Hey guys, my name is Tana and welcome to my channel. Today we are reviewing the all brand new Mercedes EQA250 that we have back here. Now this is definitely a pivotal point for Mercedes. You know, Mercedes has been known for luxury and yeah, that kind of luxury, you know, whereby you have the S-Class and the E-Class and it just oozes luxury. They use lots of leather in their lineup, lots of comfort from their beautiful handling and suspension, very smooth and supple ride. But now with cars being modern, we need something different, and that's where the EV comes in. And this is their how do I say it, the lowest end, no, this is their starting range for their EV model, the EQA250. Let's see if this has what it takes to bring a challenge to the EV world in Malaysia. Let's get cracking. So there we have it, the EQA250 250. Let's begin with styling. You know what? All the EVs out there, the iX and I guess the BYD and all these other manufacturers, Tesla also, you put it into the same perspective. All the EV cars out there are going for one approach. The fact that EV cars are the future and they must look futuristic. And being futuristic, they've all gone for angular designs. They've gone for very sharp lines. And you know what? It gets a little boring. And that's where I think Mercedes took a very bold approach. The lines are very curvaceous, as you can see there. This clamshell design, it just hugs the front of the car beautifully. You see the front grille. Obviously the front grille cannot be a grille with holes, because you know what, it's an EV, you don't need cooling. So but you need a grille because it becomes the fascia, the face of the car. Without a grille, a car looks empty. And yes, they have retained that look, and they've got a very big Mercedes badge in front. The lights, this seems a bit, how do I say, sedated. It's not overly advanced. It doesn't look cutting edge. It looks very sedate and very proper almost. Even the car's line, if you see from the side there, it looks like any other SUV, and I think, or crossover, and I think that's where this particular EQA stands out from the rest, the competition, because it does look a little bit like a typical SUV crossover you see on the road, like any other CX-5s or GLA or CLA, you know, and this fits in that realm very well. Let's start with the tires now. So these are 19-inch rims on EQA250 6, and one thing I must say is that because it's an EV, it's definitely a heavy vehicle, they've gone for very high PSI. So you can see that this is now 235/50 R19. The PSI rating on these tires are at 47 if there's a full load. So yes, they're very I can try to kick the tires here. Yeah, they're very highly rated tires, and I guess it goes well with the ride. That's a badge there, EQA250. Let's look at the boot, because it's about practicality in this segment. And you press that and that opens up. So that badge there opens up, it doubles up as a rear view mirror as well as your hood release button. So that's the space down here. Pretty spacious if you ask me. It's good enough. And you've got a bit of a latch here to hang stuff in. I don't see any buttons here to drop the seats, because I think there's a 12-volt socket down there, and that's about it. So to drop the seats, you got to go to the front, and they do have a lock button to lock the height and also to lock the car itself. So let's press that, it just closes off. Yeah, so more and more, if you go in the car and see, it does feel like any other SUV or crossover from the Mercedes lineup. Now inside, they've gone for this kind of a suede material. I'm not sure if it's leather, but this feels like almost leather purish. But I've got a feeling this may be what I call more environmentally friendly material. But BMW definitely has gone the way of giving good build quality. Got a speaker here, nice plastic, not brush, aluminum, whatever, just plastic, but they are high quality. Nice grip down there, and you got a pocket to put your stuff in. Let's get in the back. I've got a different approach now to stuff on the back than to the front. Now, if I were to sit here and I flip the camera around, sorry, that's me there. Ample headroom, I must say. You know, my feet do kind of arch a bit upwards, and I think it's because of the seat is not positioned higher up, it's positioned lower down to give you the higher headroom. But the defect is you do kind of sit in this position whereby my leg do actually kind of arch out. When I put my leg under the seat, which you can, I guess not too bad. So what else we have over here? So we've got pockets to put your magazine. Who reads magazine these days? Okay. You've got a USB-C down there. Small pocket to put God knows what. Vents for the rear passengers. These are actually one finger kind of mechanism. You turn them to turn them off or on for the air volume, and you just turn whichever direction you want the air to flow. So very easy to use. This is the, I guess, the AMG line, so you get all black trimmed out interior. It does look posh. The seats, again, love the fact that these are like this PU leather kind of material. I'm not sure whether they're the actual leather, but you get this kind of suede material in the center, so it does hold you much better and much more breathable compared to having just all this kind of leatherish finish. You know, I really can't tell nowadays because leather and PU have come a long way in their development. So getting in front, like any other modern cars, this is obviously this entry, and you lock the car lock by itself, unlock the car, press the button. But one thing I must say is that when you actually walk away, it doesn't have auto close, so you have to lock the car by yourself. It doesn't lock when you actually walk away from the car, which I thought should be kind of understood in this range, that this should have that feature. Being Mercedes, obviously you get all these chrome bits there. Look at that. Isn't that, see, all the chrome bits there? Is definitely a galore of chrome, and it's quite nice to be here actually. Getting in, you are treated with a lot of Mercedes stuff. For example, the seat positioning, memory seats. You got 3 memory seats, and you can tilt up, down, you know, the usual. You got your lock and unlock button over here, windows, usual stuff, and for the boot is down there. What's different is obviously the MBUX. MBUX is the Mercedes-Benz user experience, and it begins with this large screen there. Let me turn on the car there. So that's it. The car is on now, and that's the screen, folks. So this is the MBUX screen that you get. It's definitely quite interesting, I must say. BM has gone for a curved screen with their new 3 Series. This is obviously the old screen with the flat screen, and it works. I mean, I must say that Mercedes does the screen way better than BMW, although I'm a BMW fan, but I do think Mercedes makes better screen. If you see here, you can toggle around different menus and what you want to display. This is the full screen. No, one second, let me just go to I like this screen there. One second, I'll like this full display. Yeah, that's my preferred look. So okay, interesting. So you see down there, it tells you 211 kilometers range that I have. Maximum I can go to is 228 if I were to not to push the car. Again, 211 kilometers till my battery runs flat, which means I do get about, what is this, I think I can safely go 150 without having any fear. I love the fact that in Mercedes they have kept the AC control or climate control down here, so they're very easy to get into. Temperature for the passenger, temperature for myself, and you've got all the other important toggles down there. What is different obviously is the screen, what you do with the screen. So on the left side here, this controls your screen, your home button. You can actually swipe, as you can see there, I were to swipe this, it goes there. So Mercedes does a very good job in terms of how they have laid this out. And these over here, this refers to the home on this side. So you can scroll here. So this is for this and this is for that. So very well laid out. Again, let me just go back to home on the screen. So everything is done through my steering controls there. And that's my phone there. So you can see there, radio, media, comfort, stuff. And if I plug in my phone, for example, 1 second, I will get back to Android Auto. So Android Auto comes out. Yep. And yeah, Android Auto, and Spotify is there, for example. So there's an advertisement from Spotify. So yeah, the audio system actually works very well. Down here you've got a place for you to rest your palm. So you rest your palm here, and that's where you control things there. So you can control from here, or from here you can swipe left or right. Left or right, you can go home, your volume control, to go into navigation, radio, media, phone, or your car settings. Yes, car settings there. Okay, so let's give you a like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows. Yeah, audio in the car is pretty good. You've got 360 camera there. Press a button, and you got your 360 camera. Drive forward to search for car park. So in the event that you want to actually park the car, but this is your obviously your 360 camera. It gives you a lot of options to view, and I was quite impressed in how it works. Seamless. This is the rear wide angle. Just drive for a while now. So being a Mercedes, you press this, you're D now, you drive, and here we are in utter silence. Okay, okay, let's go and park somewhere else and continue on with the review. So if you can see, being EV, it's definitely quiet. It's definitely a quiet vehicle, but NVH in this particular EV, I think, comes more from how do I say it? Not road noise, but just the tires being of a higher PSI. I feel the tires being at 47 PSI does make it a much more hard riding vehicle, and I do get a sense that it's a little bit bumpier, and maybe it's because of the weight. It doesn't feel as tight as maybe a C40 behave, the Volvo C40. Again, okay, so that's my review of the interior of the car. Stay tuned. Part 2, we're going to do the review of how it drives. So yeah, let's get cracking.